Welcome to the Power of Music podcast, brought to you by JM International. Get ready to explore conversations with those making a difference through music.
Hello, and welcome to the Power of Music podcast, brought to you by JMI, Jeunesses International, the network of NGOs that empowers young people through music across all boundaries. In this episode, we're joined by Nikola Nejčev, project manager and PR representative for JM Serbia, celebrating 70 years of JM Serbia's inspiring work in empowering young musicians. Nikola shares insight into the prestigious international Jeunesses competition, now in its 53rd edition, which will take place in Belgrade from March 21st to the 30th, 2025. This year's discipline is the harp, a choice that highlights the beauty and versatility of this extraordinary instrument. We also discuss Nikola's experiences at the JM Communication Training in Cyprus and the Ethno Artistic Mentor Training in Sicily, as well as how the competition has become more than just a contest. It's a close-knit family, with multiple generations of participants returning each year. Nikola also reveals why the harp was selected for this year's competition and the exciting opportunities awaiting the world's most talented young harpists. As always, if you enjoy our content, don't forget to subscribe, like, and rate the podcast. We hope you enjoy the episode. Thank you so much for joining us today for the podcast. First, can you share a little bit about your journey and how you ended up with JM?
It was really something that came out of nowhere for me, honestly, because I working in the Colares Foundation. It's like the biggest and the most beautiful acoustic hall in Serbia, and in 2023 I was just working, and I knew that it is the biggest competition in our region. It's called Jeunesses. We in Serbia call it Jeunesses, just like that. And somehow I met the president of JM Serbia in Belgrade, and she somehow we are connected. We are in the same profession. We are both musicologists, and I think that was the first link with other. And she was like, maybe next year you can work organization of competition. I think it will be great. And I was like, okay. And let's say that's the start of my journey in GM. And I waited for some time, and then my friends, now colleagues in GM, Masha and Anna, were like, come to meeting. We are with Tanya. We can tell you what is it all about, what will you do in the competition. And that was in now 1 year. I think it's the year from now. And I got there. I got my first assignments to do the communication about competition. When we finished the competition, I come to other projects like Ethno Serbia, Jam Serbia, the concert season of JM Serbia in Belgrade, and now I am full in.
So tell me a little bit about everything that JM Serbia does.
Well, JM Serbia has a lot of tradition. This year is our jubilee of 70 years of existence. So can I say it's really one, in my opinion, so I'm so grateful to be part of it, because the JM Serbia runs a lot of programs, but the competition is like our main project. Above that, we have a lot of school concerts. We had Summer Academy of Music, Monastery, Studenica, open air festivals during the summer. We are calling it Kalemegdan Dusks, quiz competitions, and so on and so on. But the competition, it is our main project. But this year, 2024, we got 2 new licenses. one is for Ethno, and we did the Ethno Serbia project from 4th to 13th of October. And we got the YAM license, and we did our first YAM project for the International Children's Day in 30th of November. And yeah, I think that in this jubilee, we are showing that we are still here. We showed strength, and we are brave going to our new musical future.
Wonderful. And I know that it also has been a very busy JM time for you personally. First, of course, we went to Cyprus. Can you share a little bit about your experience in Cyprus with JM communication trainings? And also maybe for all the members that are listening that didn't send someone to the communication training, let's try to convince them all to join next year.
It was something different for me. This was my first training with JMI Network. It was fun. I learned about some things that for some things I didn't know exist. For some things I didn't know that it's applicable for communications, and that it's good to have it. But thanks to you and others, I have some new perspectives, and I think that all GM members can use it like a tools in their communications, and to try to make more sustainable for all of us, to all the people in their communities know about GMI and their GM in their country. So guys, please next year come and see what we can do, and why it's good to have a better communication skills every year, to be better and better every year, to do something. Yeah, that's like the Cyprus one. It was so cool, and it was like break from all the stuff they're coming in your organization. So it's break and it's work, and that's like perfect combination.
And what was your main takeaway, or what did you learn in this 3-4 days of training?
Well, I think that now my best friend is ChatGPT, and I talk with him these days about communications, and like I'm so bad in some things when I wrote posts because I'm maybe too formal in some ways. I am like too maybe if I'm writing a letter for some very esteemed artist, it's good, but when I'm writing some posts for for Instagram, maybe the ChatGPT knows better. So we are good partners right now.
And if I can, of course, share a little secret before the interview, I reminded Nikola of the last question of the podcast, which is, of course, what is the power of music? And he said, of course, it was a joke. He said, I'll just ask ChatGPT for an answer, just to prove how integral it became to his work ethic after this beautiful Cyprus training. And then after Cyprus, I know you went to Sicily for the Ethno meetup. Can you share a little bit about how that was for you and what you experienced there?
Yeah, it was the organizer training. Organizer annual training, sorry. It was Sicily this year in Catania, in part of Catania, Nicolosi. It was so good. It was my first time in Italy, and it was my dream for so long. I met a lot of new people. I met. It was so fun because all continents were present in Sicily this year, and it was so good to have like so many different cultures and perspectives, and we can share all details how we organize our ethnos, and it was something so different and inspiring in some moments, because I met a lot of people there from Africa, from New Zealand, Solomon Islands. I heard the first tune from Solomon Islands, and it was so. I felt so honored to be the audience when the Solomon Island tune first present in the Ethno event outside of the Solomon Islands. It was so inspiring to me, and it was because we're not only one there. We met a lot of Ethno Artistic Mentor, because the second AMT was held this year in Nicolosi too, and yeah, it was like every GMI meeting that I was attending this year, it was so different from one another, but the main thing that connects it's love for music and um, finding the way to empower young musicians. So yeah, it was so every time it's different, but with the same message at the end. It is so inspiring for me.
Yeah, I agree. There's something very powerful about the face-to-face meetups, and although I think it's very good from an environmental perspective that we also meet online, there is something magic in actually meeting face-to-face and sharing that love for empowering young people through music. Let's talk about the topic that we're here to discuss, the International Jeunesses Musicales competition, or the IJMC. First, what is it exactly?
International Jeunesse Musicale competition was established in 1971, and it is a project of significance importance in GMI, and in Serbia it was our main project. But since 1974, we are the member, and we are very proud of it, of World Federation of International Musical Competition, and we are in the same family as the greatest competitions such as Maria Callas, Queen Elizabeth, Sibelius, Prague Springs, and so on and so on. Our competition is multidisciplinary, and different categories, disciplines are representing, creating the opportunity, through the competition rules that we are having as the other members of this federation. Each generation of musicians to test and confirm its artistic values. And yeah, I think it's something special to have the one competition for so long time, more than half a century, to test young musicians, but not just test, to make new connections, to meet other people. For example, some years was so popular. For example, 1 year category was clarinet. We had more than 120 clarinetists in Serbia, then in Yugoslavia in that moment. But, that was like the whole world, whole musical youth was in Belgrade in one moment, shared the love for clarinet, and just showing their love to the esteemed jury. And yeah, I think it's something so special to have it, like to be the part of it as organizer, but some other as a jury member or as a participant. I think that we all share that love that is in the love of GMI also. So yeah, that's like the summarize for all it.
And as you said before the interview, and also you kind of alluded to it right now, it's more than just a competition, right? The competition is just one element. What do you think is, let's say, the part of this competition that mostly focusing on the empowering of young people through music?
Well, competition, of course, it's like the first step to have the willingness to show your talent to others. That's like the first step to go somewhere unknown, be there for 9 days. This is how long our competition lasts. And to be there, present, showing your talent, and willingness is the first step. But I think when you come to competition and we are really trying to make you feel like home, to be at home, but in some new place. And we are trying to make a family of all of it. So, for example, this year we had one clarinetist from UK. He was participant in our second time that we had clarinet as discipline. I am not sure. It's 1987, and he was there to just come from UK to go to Belgrade and to listen to this year clarinets category in IGMC. And she was like, I just want to be here Belgrade is in my heart from that moment, and I wanted to be here. And it was so cool because in that moment in the hall, we had every generation of clarinetists of IGMC in one room. We had from first year 1971, then the next year, and then the next year other were in that competition, and the next year, next generation. So we have like 6 generation of clarinetists of IGMC in one place, and they're all being here as a public, as participant, or jury member, or soloist of the opening ceremony. And they were all like, I just want to be here to remember all of the beautiful things that I experienced here. And I think that showed that we created one, not network, I think we created the family of the enthusiasts that are willing to show their talent to others. And I think that moment that I saw all that generation, for me was like I had chills. All those people were like, yeah, I want to be here right now. Maybe I have other obligations, but I want to come to Belgrade, to be there, to be for the new generation of our clarinetists to joining the IGMC family.
I know that this year or next year, no clarinet, a new instrument.
No.
Tell us about it.
Well, for the past half a century, we had like the some sort of cycle of 5 disciplines. We had violin, violoncello, piano, one woodwind instrument, and after that we now, because we are in, I think, some new era for music at all, and we figured out it's now the time to end that traditional cycle of competition and to open the doors for new instruments. So the first one in that new, not cycle, but in new era of IGMC, we are introducing the harp as a discipline. And I think it will bring so new faces to our family, not just from participants, but jury members too. And the people who likes just listening to harp will be in the hall and listening to the competition. It is like we are gaining a whole new like target in our competition, in our family, and it's so wonderful to now communicating with new people, new, the every instrument, in my opinion, have like the different type of people. And now I'm learning about harp, because I'm not no harpist. I finished viola in my musical high school. Now I'm a musicologist, so harp is like some so new for me, and I'm learning a lot of our jury members for to help us to organize the competition. So it's like a whole new world for not just me, but the IGMC family. But it's not the end, our breaking the cycle. After that, you can check also on the site of our site and the site of World Federation International Musical Competition. In 2026, we are we had viola as category. It's not quite new, but we had viola as category just once, and it was so long time ago. And because of that, we are now wanting to revive that category. I'm not sure, but it was in 1982, so a long time ago. And after that, like one new instrument. So IGMC 2027 will be saxophone. So this is the 3 new or half new disciplines in IGMC. I think that will be like opening door for so many new people, new faces in our community, that we will grow a lot in next 3 years.
And as you mentioned before, it's several days.
Yeah.
What is happening on these days? Are they competing every day?
Yeah. We have 3 stages. So first and second stage, and then final. We have the opening ceremony. That's the first day. Like the first afternoon, we have the drawing of the competition numbers who will first, who will perform after that. Then we have open ceremony with some program this year. The ceremony will be led by the elector of the jury and the jury member, harpist Alexander Boldachev, and it will be with the last year winner Honi Jiang. He's from China. Um, then it comes to competition. It's like it's the main thing. So we have like 2 or 3 days for the first stage, and then 2 days for the second stage, then day for the rehearsal with orchestra, because the finals are with orchestra, and then the closing ceremony at the last day, that we are giving award, because we are just first, second, and third place. We have special awards and so on. So like the official closing, and we are always suggesting all the competitors who maybe don't go to the second stage or the finals to be in Belgrade for the 9 days to explore something. I am willing every day to be with them, to like give them a tour guide in the Belgrade, to like, because I think it's not just to be there to compete. It's to connect with our culture, Serbia's culture, and so on. For example, we organized this year in 2024. We had the three. We had three visit museum, but one was ethnological museum, other National Museum in Serbia, and third one was the Historic Museum in Serbia. And I'm very grateful that all those 3 museums were like, yeah, just come here. We want to share our culture with as much people that we can. And we had 4 continents in this year competition, and we have 17, I think 17 different countries in the competition. So it's not like the competing. It's a lot more. We are trying to introduce ourselves in every single way to them, not just the organizing or the be there for them before they come out to the stage. We have hosts every year. So I will host for like 13, 14 competitors, and I will like be with in the backstage. I was like, you can do it. And then after, when they come back, I will give them a hug and so on. So yeah, we are trying to not be just about competition. It's like the whole experience.
So if people listening are convinced that they want that hug after their performance, they just want to have that whole experience and the culture and the music, or they just want to come and watch all the harpists, where can they find more about the competition? Where can they register, and until when can they register? And also, where can they find more about JM Serbia and everything that you do?
So all information about JM Serbia and IGMC, they can find of several providers, but the maybe main thing is our website. It's www.muzicka/omladina.org, but they can also find us just typing it on the search GM Serbia Belgrade. They can find us, or International Jeunesses Musical Competition Belgrade. If they want to give us a follow on the Instagram, they can find us several accounts. The main one is GM Serbia, but if they just want to know about competition, they can follow the IGMC Belgrade. So these are 2 main accounts for that. They can go to YouTube and listen to the finals of this year 2024 competition, clarinetist category. just type it International Jeunesse Musicale Competition. And if you want to apply, you can just go to Mubazar and find International Jeunesse Musicale Competition 53rd edition harp. So yeah, that's our platforms for communication. And if you can something, just go to our website, to the context, and you can find emails to contact us and ask us anything that you want.
As always, the very last question. What is the power of music?
I think the main power of music, it is connecting. It is that connection that we are building. And I think that not every art have that power to immediately connect others with everything. Because, for example, I'm on stage. That joy of showing not just your technique or what I prepared for the public. It's that joy that I have and I want to share to others, and that emotion, it's transformed into form of music. And it's not so easy to your emotions in that 1 second of playing just transformed into art. And that art is just so easy to catch when in public. And yeah, I think that's the most powerful thing about music, is just that you need just an emotion and willingness to share with others, and the music will do the rest of it.
Thank you so much, Nikola. Thank you very much for listening. If you want more information about JM, or you would like to get involved, visit www.jmi.net. At JMI, we are on a mission to make the world more musical. That's why we created Mubazar, a digital platform that helps us manage all our musical activities across 80 countries worldwide, connecting musicians with opportunities to grow both personally and professionally. If you are a music professional looking for a better way to manage and promote your music activities, check out Mubazar. Created for music organizers, by music organizers, Mubazar allows you to run music competitions, workshops, camps, auditions, masterclasses, awards, events, and much more. Mubazar offers custom application forms, payments for your activities, jury tools, translations, analytics, and more. Mubazar is fast becoming the best place for musicians to find and apply for music opportunities online, and you can sign up today for a free organizer account by going to www.mubazar.com, registering, and then requesting to upgrade to an organizer on the right-hand menu. For more info, don't hesitate to get in touch via support@mubazar.com. It would mean a lot to us if you could give us 1 minute of your time and rate and review the podcast. In case you have any suggestions or would like to be one of our next guests, feel free to reach out to us through the JMI socials.